Are you spending hours in the studio only to feel like your career isn't moving forward? No gigs, no audience, no recognition from labels. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 proven strategies to turn that around in 2025. Let's do this. Now, before we dive into the 5 things you're going to need to focus on, let me explain to you why I know these strategies work. In 2025, I've been helping DJs and producers build their careers for 10 years. Back in 2015, artists like Archie B and Ben Sterling reached out to me to help them grow their careers and grow their presence. They approached me after seeing what I've been doing with data transmission. They wanted help shaping their careers. And together we worked on refining their sound, climbing the label ladder, growing their content and their local presence. Through that work, we went on to signing some of the biggest labels in the industry. And over the last decade, I've helped hundreds of DJs and producers build their brands, grow their audiences, and get signed to their dream labels. Through firstly my one-to-one program, which I launched in 2018, and then when I launched my course, The Artist Blueprint, in 2021, I've educated hundreds of DJs and producers over the years. And of course, the thousands of you that have subscribed to this channel, that watch the videos week in, week out. Thank you for taking your time to watch these videos. And if you're new here, welcome in. So if you're feeling stuck and unsure, know that these strategies are tried and tested. So let's start with the first big thing you need to focus on in 2025, getting your records signed to the right record labels. Dance music and electronic music is built on record labels. Getting signed to the right record label can make and break your career, but it's not about going right to the top straight away. It's about scaling the hierarchy of labels over time and building your way through the ladder of labels, using each step to grow your audience and credibility. Most artists don't start with the big labels like Defected and Toolroom and Insomniac and Hospital Records, because these labels are looking for more than just a good track. They are also businesses, and they have to make the business of releasing a record work for them. They have bigger staffing bills to pay, they have bigger costs to pay, and they have bigger spend on their releases to make them reach the numbers they want to reach. They want to see you build an audience and released on respected mid-tier labels to see what you've done previously, and that you have a bit of momentum behind your career. Take Eats Everything, for example. Back when he was 30, he gave his music career one more shot. He had been grinding for years behind the scene, facing rejection from labels, refining his sound, and wondering if it was all worth it. He famously said to his wife, "Give me one more year, and if I don't make it, I'll quit." 11 months later, Pets Recording, owned by Cats and Dogs, picked up his track, The Entrance Song, and the rest is history. That track blew up and changed his life. What many people don't realise is, it wasn't an overnight success. He'd sent that track to several labels and they'd all passed on it. As Eats put it, I'm not naming any names, I don't want to sound like a cock, but that record was way ahead of its time. There were no records like it at the time, and I'm not saying it sparked a trend, but it's fair to say I was around when that whole sound started. This goes to show how important timing and persistence is. Even a track ahead of its time can face rejection, but when it lands with the right label at the right moment, it can make or break. And it can change everything. So how do you start climbing the ladder? Research the labels that fit your sound, but not in that top tier. Think of them as labels that support the next wave of talent. Engage with these labels, support their other releases, follow them on socials, and support their artists. Show you're serious about being in their community. When you submit tracks to them, tailor your pitches. Show them why your sound fits their label and how you align with their vision. And remember, rejection doesn't mean your track isn't good. It's just taking a little bit longer to shine. Persistence and patience is everything in this game. When it comes to getting signed, I like to think of 3 key steps. Number 1, gather attention by building your profile and audience. Labels want to see artists with the momentum. Number 2, give value by aligning with the label's identity and supporting its community. And number 3, grow step by step using each release as a way to climb up the label ladder. We'll definitely dig into that framework in future videos, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. But for now, keep these 3 steps in mind when you're pitching to labels. Getting signed to the right label is all about timing, strategy, and persistence. Artists like Eats Everything didn't just aim at the top of the tree. They earned their stripes, they climbed the ladder, and they got signed to the labels in the middle of the tiers that helped them build their audience and their fan base. And when you approach it this way, you're setting yourself up for long-term success. Once you've nailed your label strategy, the next step is building your online presence where it matters on the social media platforms. Pick a key platform and build a following. In 2025, having a strong presence on a social media platform isn't optional, it's essential. But here's the mistake I see most DJs and producers make. They try to be everywhere, all at once, on all platforms, all the time. then they burn out, run out of content, and then they just stop. If you want to stand out, the key is to focus on 1 or 2 platforms and really master and nail those platforms. Whether it's Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or Facebook, depending on your audience, you need to pick the platform that fits your style and your personality and then commit to it. Here's why that works. Every platform has its own rules, algorithms, and ways to engage with your audience. And if you spread yourself too thin, you'll never fully leverage all the platforms and all the parts of the platforms because you won't have time to spend learning them. Instead, go all in on one platform, learn its ins and outs, learn what works, what's trending, and how to use every part of the platform, and then create a clear content strategy for yourself. Here's how I would approach it. 1. Choose the platform that matches your strengths and what you like using the most. For DJs, this means picking a platform that matches your strengths and your goals, then committing to it and building a consistent, quality content strategy. And each platform offers you something unique. YouTube is ideal for building regular DJ mixes, especially if you focus on one genre and then subgenres within that one genre. This platform lets you position yourself as an expert and a creator and a collector of great records. And it builds a library of content for fans to binge and watch and watch and watch. Short form video platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, YouTube Shorts are great for making quick, engaging content. You can showcase your personality, behind the scenes moments, and regular updates of what music you're into and playing. And of course, Instagram is still the favored platform by dance music DJs and producers. With its ability to connect you to other DJs, record labels, promoters, festivals, it still rules the roost in dance music. And here's how DJs can approach each platform. For YouTube, create a regular upload scheduling of DJ mixes. It doesn't have to be weekly, it could be bi-weekly, it could be 1 a month. Focus on the genre you play and then the subgenres within that genre. You can use your titles, your descriptions, and your thumbnails to target fans of that specific sound. Think of your channel as a digital home for your music and the mixes and yourself as a DJ. Short form platforms like TikTok and Instagram Reels and Facebook Reels. This is about doing quick DJ mixes. It's about talking about the music you're into, showcasing the records you're into, making videos in the studio. Keep it authentic and spend time actually working on what's going to hook people in. A hook is the most important. For Instagram as a whole, treat this as your main home and hub for all of your content. Post your DJ clips, put your event flyers on your stories, talk about your journey, use photo dumps, and use the stories as behind the scenes of what's going on in your life. But also engage with others. So many people post and ghost, and that's not going to grow your community. Oh, I've posted on social media, I hear them say, that's it. No, you need to be part of the communities. You need to go and comment and engage with others on the platform. Connect with the label reps, connect with the promoters, connect with the booking agents and the management companies. And the key, I have to say, is consistency. Whether it's uploading a mix to YouTube every couple of weeks, whether it's doing 1 a month, whether it's posting once a week on the short form platforms or Instagram, you are much better off posting once every week consistently than posting 5 times in 1 week and then nothing for 3 weeks. Fish 56 Octane is a great example of mastering social media over the last 2 years. He's grown nearly 1 million followers across all platforms, but he's been consistently every day posting. And he's just posted short form content of the records that he loves and he's playing and he's into, all ones that he's loved for a long time. And by picking platforms and mastering them, he's grown that massive audience really, really fast and shown that it's still possible in this day and age. And he's now got consistent presence, which means he's getting bookings. He's launched a record label. He's getting labels reaching out to him to promote their records. He's become literally a creator and a tastemaker of the scene. And remember DJs, Instagram's still the place to connect with everyone in the scene. Fish 56 Octagon's success proves that with consistency, great content, you can achieve everything you want to. Comment 1 word of the platform that you use the most and your main platform. I'd love to know. Just give me 1 word. Instagram, YouTube, SoundCloud, whatever it is, 1 word in the comments. I'd love to see the mix of platform focus. Now let's talk about how to pair local gigs and live streaming to grow you both locally and globally. Number 3, building your local scene and live streaming. Let's talk about gigs. Not Ryan, but actual DJ gigs. If you're waiting for promoters to magically discover you, then you're doing it all wrong. In 2025, the DJs that succeed are the ones that take control. Building their local scene is key, but also using other platforms like Twitch to live stream and building a global online audience. Live streams are great because they give you an opportunity to have a weekly practice. They build a fan base, they build a community. But also playing locally, because every major DJ has started locally first. They built a following in their hometown, became known for a sound, and create a following that opened doors. And the good news is you can do the same. So start by immersing yourself in your local scene. Attend events, network promoters, meet local DJs, hang out with them, support local parties, play warm-up sets, These are invaluable for building relationships and proving your skills. But here's the game changer. You don't have to rely on the local gigs. Platforms like Twitch help you build a DJ career from home. So if you haven't got a local scene and there isn't anything going on, then use the live streaming platforms. By live streaming regularly, you can create a global audience and community, and those people will tune in to see your local vibe. By live streaming regularly, you can build a global community of people that turn up for you every week to listen to the records you choose. And here's the kicker, Twitch isn't just a way to grow a global audience. You can actually earn an income from it as well, through the subscriptions, donations, and bit systems they've got in place. Okay, here's how to get started. 4 local gigs. Go to events that align with your style and your sound. Introduce yourself to the promoters. Support their nights. Offer to do sets. Build a following by inviting friends, sharing content around your performances, whether it's before or after, and create a buzz around your performances. For Twitch and live streaming, create a consistent live streaming schedule, whether it's daily or weekly. Keep turning up at the same time every week. Treat Twitch streams like your own venue. Build the set and your background, like I shared, over months and years by adding to it and evolving it. Improve the lights, the sound, and the visual appeal of what's going on in your background. And again, learn the platform. Give fans a reason to tune in regularly. Use your streams to showcase your personality, take requests, and just have a random chat with them. I love streaming, it's great fun. And we stream on this channel on Mondays and Wednesdays and listen to demos. I love doing it. We turn up every week, we have a great chat, we act like idiots, and we get music signed. And when you're doing DJ mixes, do live streams around different sets and themes and genres. Promote your streams across your other platforms like Instagram or Discord, for instance, and drive traffic to your channel. These 2 approaches, growing locally and streaming and growing a global fan base, will show that you're a DJ that can position themselves firstly online and offline. Take DJs like LP Joby. She balances an online streaming strategy and thriving gig strategy and a strong online presence. Or even smaller DJs that have built regular online communities, like Becky Say and Lavonda Rocks, who absolutely smash it online. Their audiences are crazy and they're getting hundreds of people watching them online, and they've turned their streams into income streams for themselves. These tools allow you to take control of your career, build audiences online, and reach people further than beyond your city. Don't wait for promoters to book you. Go out and build your reputation and your local audience whilst building a global fan base. Take the initiative and gigs will open up for you. And if you're a Twitch streamer, comment with your Twitch stream handle or your Twitch URL. I'd love to see these in the chat. I'll come and watch some of your streams. I'm going to jump back on Twitch loads next year. Number 4, networking and planning your 2025 events. Here's the truth. The DJs that thrive in 2025 aren't just great behind the decks. They aren't great at just making music. They've got more going on and they're focused on a lot more stuff. They're also great at building relationships. Networking is more important than ever, and it's not just about showing up. It's about planning and being intentional with your time. Every DJ, no matter how successful, has benefited from connections. Whether it's meeting a promoter who books them regularly, keeping in contact with A&Rs that sign their records, or collaborating with other DJs and producers. The key to successful networking is considering it as part of your career and not just an afterthought. That means planning the gigs, festivals, and conferences you want to go to in 2025 and putting them in the calendar right now. Why? Because the best opportunities happen when you show up. Conferences like IMS Ibiza, Amsterdam Dance Event, Brighton Music Conference, Berlin Dance Event, Miami Music Week, they've all got their dates announced and tickets are on sale already for those events. And those conferences are packed with label reps, A&Rs, managers, other DJs, bookers, promoters, you name it, they are all at the conferences. That's where they go to network, so go and be part of that mix. By putting these dates in your diary and making them non-negotiable for next year, you're going to set yourself up for the following years and the rest of that year to get better connections and have better chances growing your career. You're going to meet the right people that open the doors for you. Here's how to plan and execute your networking strategy. Create a 2025 events calendar. Research the conferences, festivals, gigs that you want to go to and get them in that calendar and start planning way in advance. Reach out ahead of time. Use platforms like Instagram and LinkedIn or email to connect with people that work in the industry and people you want to meet up with. Let them know you want to meet up and maybe you can have a quick coffee. Be prepared when you're going. Do you have your electronic press kit, your EPK ready to go? Do you have music ready to take with you that you want to show off and hand out? Do you have links to your latest mix and is it fresh? Are your social media platforms looking banging? Have you got new music prepared and demos ready? Places like Brighton Music Conference have demo pitching areas where you can meet loads of labels in their label lab and you can connect directly to the labels. Make it really, really easy for people to check out you and your work. And then afterwards, follow up. After meeting someone, send them a quick message, say, thanks for the meetup. Building that relationship and consistency over time is going to help you grow. And it's not just about those one-off conversations. Take Amsterdam dance event, for example. It's next October, but you need to start planning for it right now. It's one of the biggest opportunities with networking in dance music. I've seen artists that have simple coffees go from just having that coffee to then playing in Europe and gigs across the world the following year. These moments don't just happen. They happen because you have a plan in place. You go, you spend all year preparing for it, and so then it leverages for the following year. I love Amsterdam dance event. Every year we have a meet up with loads of our course members from the Artist Blueprint, and we go out networking together, and we just wander about and go, do you know this person? And I'll introduce them to everyone that I know, which when I've been working in the industry for 22 years, that's a lot of people, and that's a lot of open doors for our course members. And it's always great fun to go, do you know this person? Paul, you should meet this person, and connecting them on a face-to-face, one-to-one basis. It's really cool. I love doing it. So if you're planning your 2025 goals, don't just think about the music. Think about the people you need to meet and the connections you need to make it go forward. Be intentional about your career and create opportunities for 2025, 2026, and 2027. Those are going to take your career to the next level. And I'd love to know what conferences you're going to next year. Again, drop it in the comments. And hey, maybe we can meet up. Let me know in the comments which ones you're going to and which ones you're already planning, thinking about going to. Who knows? We might even see each other there. It's been fun meeting people this year from my YouTube channel that come up to me in the streets and go, hey, I saw you on YouTube or watched your video. So thank you everyone that did that. It really meant a lot to me. Number 5, diversify your sets and sound. Another critical focus of 2025 is your sound and the way you approach your DJ sets. Versatility isn't just a bonus, it's becoming a must-have. Promoters are looking for DJs that can adapt to different situations and bring something unique to the table. I know certain promoters that will only book DJs after hearing a live mix that is recorded live at a set because they want to hear how you play in that set. When you've got people in front of you and a crowd in front of you, or a smaller crowd than you expected to have in front of you, how you adapt your set. And the truth is, the most in-demand DJs aren't just known for playing peak time bangers. They've got versatility to their sound. And also the promoters that are booking, they're not booking for headline slots for some new and upcoming artists. They're booking for the warm-up slots, the last slots of the night. So have you got that in your bag? If you want to stand out, you need to show you can handle different situations and different sets at different times. From that deep groovy warm-up set to that after hours set when it's all gone a bit wavy. And here's where YouTube comes in handy. By regularly uploading mixes to YouTube, you can highlight different sounds and different music you're into. And it gives you a versatility to yourself and your sound and your DJ sets. You create a portfolio that promoters can reference. Think of a YouTube channel as a digital resume for DJing. For example, you could create a warm-up set of groovy and slow music to start the night. You could create a peak time set with high energy that demonstrates off you what you'd play at the peakest time and keep the place rocking. And you could create an after hours of kind of really go in and dig those records for those late night vibes. Also, you could create sets for people that are just at home but need music and mixes when they're having a barbecue or they're raving in their kitchen. You could create sets for people that are into running and gym workouts. And you could have the whole series if that's what you're about. You create music for the other people that are in the same space as you. If it was me, I'd have running playlists for 5Ks and 10Ks and half marathons and 10 milers, treadmill workouts, sprinting, because that's what I'm about. I love running and I need mixes to listen to. So I'd create them for myself, but then I know that other people are going to use them too. These creative approaches showcase your versatility and you can attract a broader audience from them. So here's how to make YouTube work for you. Plan your mixes way in advance and strategically. Focus on your genres and subgenres within your style. Think about what a promoter might want to hear for different parts of an event. Optimize your titles and descriptions. They are killer. Use keywords that reflect your sound and style. For example, instead of just House Music Mix 2025, try something like Deep Groovy House Mix for warm-up sets for 2025. Keep it consistent. Can't say this enough. Upload regularly, even if it's just once a month. Consistency builds trust with your audience and they'll turn up because you keep turning up and it helps your channel grow. Promote your mixes, share them on your other social media. Let promoters know that you have a channel that showcases your DJing range. Take one of my favorite channels, Flavor Trip for instance. I know we spoke about them a lot on this channel and they are absolutely killing it. Over the last 3 years, they've built over 600,000 subscribers on their channel and millions of views on their mix just for absolutely nailing DJ mix content, titles, thumbnails and descriptions of their content and the way they promote it. I absolutely love them and I can't shout them about it enough. They absolutely kill it. By turning up regularly and sharing regular mixes, they've turned that online to offline success with regular gigs, festival bookings and appearances all over the world. Their channel is a real testament to what you can achieve by turning up regularly, making DJ mixes and just using 2 phones and a controller. And it's all about the well thought out packaging of their video, i.e. like I said, titles, thumbnails and descriptions. And by diversifying your set and using platforms like YouTube to really show off your DJ skills, you're positioning yourself as a versatile DJ that can play any set. within your sound. And that's exactly what promoters want to see. What kind of mix are you going to create a mix? Let me know in the comments your ideas about your first mix on YouTube and your plan for your YouTube series if you're going to start one. And if you've not grabbed it already, I'll put a link to my YouTube guide in the description as well. So there you have it, 5 things you need to focus on in 2025, whether it's finding the right labels, picking the right platform, growing your audience locally, growing an audience online, live streaming, or building a YouTube channel. These strategies will set you up for success next year. But here's the thing, even if you're doing all this, there's still things that could be holding you back. If you're stuck in old habits, clinging on to outdated strategies, and missing key opportunities, it's gonna slow your progress. That's why I made this video on 3 things you need to leave behind in 2024. And stop spinning your wheels, leave them behind, and let's push on 2025, but go and find out what they are so you're not making those mistakes. See you over there.